Hey now, it's Little Paulette without the gang, and I am back for a recap for that AZG. I am back with the recap for the show Riches, Season 1, Episode 2, Part 2. And I want you guys to let me know what you think about the show. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching my videos, because you can be watching anybody else's videos besides mine. Thank you. And here we go. No. She said, figure a way to break the will. That's what she said. Simon was like, stop. She was like, what? He was like, if you want to talk about the will, Claudia, talk to the lawyers. Simon said, don't pump me for information. She was like gathering up her purse and stuff, talking about, I wasn't trying to. He said, girl, this queen has been to the rodeo before. Don't try to play me. Oh, God. Said cute shoes, got up and switched his little butt away. And she sat back and just smirked, because she know he read her, took that library card out and read that ass. Yeah, so remember that reporter that was interviewing the dad the night he got killed? No, he didn't get killed. The night he died. Well, maybe he did get killed, because remember, it's some mystery. He wanted to interview Nina about the product issue. See, that black women losing their hair. And the secretary lady told her that he was there that night when, the father had died or whatever. And Nina kind of stopped and she thought about it for a second and she was like, no, it's still a no. Maybe in a couple of months we can, circle back and talk about it. But right now, I don't want to do any interviews. Yeah, so they showing Nina. She had lunch with Gideon right now, and she asking him, was anything bothering her dad, and telling him how the books was a mess and all the stuff that's going on at the company that she finding out that's a mess. And Gideon told her about how he was forced out the company, by Claudia, because of Claudia, and the relationship between him and the dad haven't really been the same, but they still was friends and still was close, obviously, because he still left him in charge of, taking care of his will and making sure that his kids got it and not his wife and stuff. So, yeah. So Nina proceeds to tell Gideon about the dad calling her the night he died. I know I said it was the night before, but it was the night he died. And that's when Gideon tells her about how out the blue 6 months ago he changed the will, he changed everything. And she said, well, what was different? And he said, you and your brother wasn't mentioned in the will at all before. And she was like, yeah, very typical. Basically thinking in her head probably, Dusty Daddy, Dusty Rich Daddy. And Nina's asking him, do he know why to change? And Gideon is like, I asked, but, he wouldn't tell me. Like, he kept, some secrets, basically. So, yeah, they show this scene where the father's secretary is just staring at Nina and her brother in the office, but mainly at Nina, and not answering the phone, where one of the girls in the office turn around and say, are you going to get that? And she's just staring, like, daydreaming, staring, like, not looking mean, but her face is mushed in, kind of like a dog. I don't really know how to describe it, but you gotta see it. And next thing you know, little boy toy is knocking on the door to come in Nina's office, asking did she get everything. She told him she got everything except them expense reports, and she still need them for the past 3 years. And then he started making excuses, blaming it on Gideon, saying that he inherited a mess, you know what I'm saying? And she is like, I'm not questioning your work. Why do you think my father just kept spending? And he do this giggle, you don't know your father very well. And she's like, meaning? And then he tells her how he had all these plans to expand, never mind, that the reality, because she said that the numbers are, like they in the red, they're not in the black as they make it, as he has made it seem or whatever. And she's just like looking at her brother, and her brother looking at her, and he's acting like it's some joke that they don't know. But I don't think he knows that Gideon knew that he was her spy, Claudia's spy. So she knows because Gideon told her that that was Claudia's spy. So Nina already knows, dummy. I mean, she might not know what's going on with the company, but she knows who you are. She might not know you sleeping with Claudia, but she know that you're Claudia's spy. And it won't be long before she know that you hitting that too. Yo, boy toy is in his shower. He come out and he like, you still here? And it's that chick that was in the office that said to the secretary, you gonna get that? Yeah. So he tell her she need to leave. Next thing you know, he dressed up and he walk into this office where Claudia is talking to a jeweler. And she's showing her jewelry. And she picking out jewelry. And she tell her to give them a minute. And then Claudia say, oh, blowing up my phone and now following me. He tell her they got to work together. He can get rid of Nina. Claudia's like, do it right now. I'm waiting. And then he's like, oh, it's not that simple. He's like, we got to work together. And she grab his face, but she touch him all tenderly. And then she says, no. You bring me more shares, because he promised her more shares, and then we'll work together. She like, I'm not falling for that. So I'm guessing that what Claudia is doing is turned off the cooch. He can't get none until he get rid of Nina and Simon. So she making him, go crazy because he trying to figure out ways to get rid of Nina and Simon. So I guess he gonna try to steal some of their shares or whatever. Child, I don't know. They needed to Google Nina because they didn't know that she was running a big company in, what state was she in? I don't know if it was New York or Chicago, but she was already the head of a big company. So now she just owns it and she's the head of this company. She was already a bad girl or woman. But why Claudia just say out to the lady, he's leaving. He's still standing there. Yo, didn't I tell you? Now the Facebook group got 3,000 people. That reporter that was interviewing the dad is in the Facebook group, putting little ads in there telling them to DM him if they had any problems with the product. And they all talking about, where's Gus? Where's Gus? He's supposed to be handling. Alicia gonna walk in the office talking to Nina all crazy about is somebody handling it. And Nina was like, yeah, Gus is. Somebody, is he? Well, she's like, yeah, I asked him to. And see, he ain't handled shit. And guess what Gus at? Interviewing for another job. Traitor. They show him interviewing with several companies. Most of them is telling him straight up to his face that he ain't really do no work at his job, that he was a junior deputy, as somebody called him earlier. I think it was Nina and Simon was laughing, calling him junior deputy. He was interviewing with some black man, and he straight up called him that to his face. All the rest of them said, you a good guy, but can you cut it in the real world because you work for your daddy? And he's saying he was in charge of all of this stuff that was going to happen before his dad died. And this black lady said, then why would you leave before it happened? And then they show another person saying the same thing, and they all basically saying the same thing. No. No. Lord, so Nina and Alicia go to confront the person that's the head of products, and he got a nasty attitude. He gonna have the nerves to ask the sister Alicia, Miss Richards, why are you here? And Nina said, I asked her to be here. Like, who you think you talking to? And he knew that the shit was fucked up and still let it go out, like that Bulleen shit on Catwoman. Yeah, all them women got big scars in their head, look like burns, like chemical burns all in their head. And then finally, some guy in the background, you see him making faces like he's scared or remorseful or something. And he finally steps up and says something after Nina keeps saying, I need answers from somebody. Like, and he says that some of the batches was off when they hooked up with some new vendor or something with the conditioner. And the guy that was the head tried to shush him too, right in front of Nina at first. Then he gonna have the nerve to say Steven never interfered. And Nina say, well, he should have. Or at least one of them say, well, he should have. Like, they was like, you gonna have to get this shit off the market, and we gonna have to compensate these people. And she's like, they need to feel heard. He gonna say, compensate. And she was like, yeah, compensate. Like who you think you are? Like, these people are crazy. Then the secretary come up and say she just got a call from OPSS, Office of Product Safety and Standards. Basically, it's like the FDA, because they got so many complaints, or maybe the Better Business Bureau, but more maybe like a cross between both, but Office of Product Safety, something like that I just said. But yeah, that sounds like the FDA, right? Child, they going to a damage control meeting trying to throw out ideas of what they gonna do about the burn situation, and Gus come in there pissy drunk. Drunk as a skunk. I mean, so drunk. Can't even hold himself up. And then she asked him, is he drunk? And he gonna say a little bit and hold his fingers, to show a little bit. So funny. Lay on the couch and then tell Nina how it's his company and she thinks she know everything. She said, well, if it's your company, then what the fuck was going on around here? He gonna get up to make himself another drink. Nina said, what was you and Steven doing here, Gus? And then he's gonna look at her all crazy or whatever. And she said, better get your shit together. He talking about, what, you trying to fire me? She said, is that what you want? And then he just got quiet. I don't know why they keep trying her. She is not the one. Wanda in the dad's study, smelling his jacket, and looked like she putting it in a bag to take somewhere. She goes in this little media cabinet and finds a safe under there, calls her mama, mom. And the mother say, let's keep this between you and me. I wonder what's in that safe, y'all. Nina finally talking to her mama. They told their mama they was only going to be in London for a couple of days, for their dad's funeral. And they living there now. Nina talking about she didn't took a leave of absence. Her mother was like, a leave of absence? Girl. And she said, the company is theirs and, they stole it from you and now it's ours and they going to destroy it. The mother is like, good. Like, let them. Nina like, Nina said she doing it for her mama. Her mama said, I didn't ask you to do anything for me. Like, Nina said it's her legacy, you know what I'm saying? Mother like, nah, I'm not trying to hear that. We was lucky to get away from your father. Anything that your father touches is poison. Like, he just trying to keep you in it, trying to control you and bring you down. Her mother said you should leave before they drag you into their Wahala. I wonder what that means, y'all. Drag you into their Wahala. I know it's not nothing good, I'll tell you that. Yo, Nina came back in that office hot after getting off the phone with her mother. Her mother must have fired her up, because she came in there and little boy toy was in there. Hey, saying some little smart remark or whatever. She said, you got any solutions for me? And he was like, no, but I made an appointment with the journalist and some other bullshit. He said him and the guy that's in charge of products that was getting smart earlier was supposed to have been in there doing. He's sitting in there too, but he looking all scared. Well, not really scared, but he looking serious now. And Nina's telling them that, our brand took a hit today because of, our systems wasn't in place. So when we put out a statement saying that we have empathy for the people, we need to really mean it. And she turned around and looked at the guy that was the head of products and said, you're fired. Oh boy said, you're kidding me. This isn't over. Stood up. She said, we're done here. And let me tell you how old boy Toy was smirking the whole time. Yeah, so Nina is getting interviewed by that reporter that interviewed her father the night he died. And he asked her what her plans were. First he asked her, did she want to be CEO? And she said she wouldn't be there otherwise. Then he asked her what was her plan. So she said, product expansion, etc., etc. And he was like, you have a very American style. And then she was like, is that a question? He gonna say this is a British business. Nina was like, this is a black British business, an immigrant business. We are British, American, Nigerian, Caribbean, a true international melting pot. Okay. And Nina says she intends for that business to reflect that, and gave him a big old smile. You know that one Beyonce say when she pull up in the car with a big old smile when the police pull up on the side? Yeah, that one. Then it cuts to a club with Nina, Simon, and Alicia out to dinner, and they playing some nice Afrobeats music. I'm still bopping to it right now while I'm talking to y'all. Let me be still. And Simon take out his phone and he say, and Nina's like, what? And he's like, the Facebook page is gone. And they're like, yay. And Alicia's like, yeah, you really handled business. And then Simon is like, yeah, you did. Cheers. And then she said something else. What was it? Eyes, 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 eyes. Something like that. That's what she said. And Alicia is like, Emmanuel, that's the guy that's head of products, did not see that coming. Everyone there is just so comfortable. And Nina's like, yeah, I can see that. So Simon is like, so who do we get to replace him? And like Alicia's like saying all this stuff, excuse me, like all these good things about people, but then she's thinking about all the other ways they might not be able to do the job. So Simon says, I know somebody, you should be able to do it. She's like, no, I can't do it because of... Nina's like, yes, you can. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. And she's giving like all these reasons why she can't do it. It's so funny too, some of the stuff she says. And she started talking about some shit with the father, daddy issues, and how Nina know, and they start looking all sad and shit. And then all of a sudden Simon like, I'm about to open up me another bottle. He opened up a bottle and they start laughing again. Then they say, what should we toast to? And Nina say, bad dads. And they toast the bad dads and go, eyes, 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 eyes. On the cab ride home, Nina gonna be talking to Simon, talking about she can't believe he snitched to mom that they was staying there. Girl, your mother needs to know that you in another country for a couple of months. He like, I left my man, my life. Girl, please. Child, Alicia get out her car, well, the car service, and she go around the corner, and her mama waiting on the porch. Like a stalker. And said, what were you doing in that boardroom? Helping them out? And she said, I was helping the business out that, the one we're trying to get back. And just walk in the house. The mother talking about Nina really getting her foot under the table. Firing Emmanuel, kicking Gus out. And then Alicia's like, Gus came to work pissy drunk. And she was like, whose side are you on? She said, ours. But she's smart. Talking about Nina. She can rescue this business. She said, make Flair matter again. The mother gonna say, they using you. You know that. Using her for what? Oh, bye. She was like, using me for what? Mother talking about to get to me, to get to your brother. Alicia said, well, maybe they got good ideas. You know what that mean, right? Maybe they think I got good ideas. That means she about to take that job, right? You know what that mean. And then the mother gonna try to always pressure her to do shit while she there. So I don't know how that's gonna work for her. She gonna have to break apart from her mother. The mother gonna go up to her and rub her head and say, darling, I don't want nobody messing with your head. They're our enemy. You can't trust them. Like she dumb. Oh my God, that is going to really make her take that job. Alicia said she offered me a job. Her mother says, see, using you. Don't let them. Use her for what? Talking about call your brother and gonna leave like he a big ass baby, like she not younger than him. She picked the phone up and she was like, hey Nina. I thought she was gonna call Gus, huh? Yeah, girl. She picked the phone up and was like, hey Nina, taking that job. Nina gets back to the office and the secretary is still in there working, saying she almost done. I don't trust her. She in there doing something she don't got no business. Told Nina somebody's supposed to be talking to her, calling her, whatever. Nina goes to sit in her father's office, which is her office now, and she's just taking it in and looking at all the pictures and the desk, etc. of her father's office. Then she starts having a memory about her daddy when she was little at a swimming lesson. And he taught her how to face her fears. It was so cute. She was really close to her dad, I guess, until that day she said in 1983, I think it was, when he told her he had a new family and a new baby on the way. Well, before that, they was close. And then it cuts back to Nina jumping up off the couch and going to her father's desk. Maybe that memory is a clue to something over there. Child, they show Gus meeting with looked like some private detective with that envelope of that policeman that stopped him when he was trying to see his dad at the hospital before he died. Then it cuts to the damn office with that damn secretary in there. I knew she was doing something she ain't have no damn business. Right in front of Nina. Nina don't even know, because she had the way she had the computer turned. And she deleting all Nina's father's calendar and backup stuff off the computer. Deleting all that stuff. But I don't know if she know. You can still hire somebody to get all that stuff. But yeah, she deleting all of that stuff. And so she know whatever it is that's going on, she know about it. So old boy toy is on Claudia's porch and telling her that he got something big. He tell her that there's a secret shareholder, but not before Gideon comes storming in Nina's office and telling her about how he found it, and it's a secret shareholder, and whoever it is, if they join forces with anybody else that owns shares, then they will become the majority. So, of course, Boy Toy tells Claudia they got to find that person, because he's a lawyer, so he knows. So they got to find whoever this person is, and then if they join forces with them, then they will be the owners of the company instead of Nina and them. But right now, Nina and Simon are the majority shareholders. And Claudia told him he can come in. Yeah, he can get that booty now. Right, just like I said, he like obsessed with her. He like that Claudia. He like some of that little mature booty. Wow. And then Nina tells him that at least 20 million pounds is missing. Somebody been embezzling money from the company. But I think that is what Boy Toy and Claudia was doing. Unless Steven was embezzling too. And that's why the secretary was deleting the emails. What y'all think? But Nina said they got a hole in the company the size of the Grand Canyon, and if one wrong move, it's going under. Damn! Wow. I'm just going to let this video end right here, y'all. That was the end of the episode. But as y'all know, I watch it while I am doing my recap, because if I don't, I'm going to forget too much. But anyway, it's getting better and better, better and better. So, has anybody started watching it? Do you want to watch it? Do you like the recap? What you think? Tell me what you think. I'm watching it on Prime because I don't have cable. I just have apps on my TV. So I don't know what channel it actually comes on, but it's on Prime. It says it's an Amazon original on my TV. Yeah. So anyway, tell me what y'all think about it. It's called Riches. That was season 1, episode 2. What the heck was that? What was it called? I can't even think about what it was called, but it's gonna be in the description, y'all. Y'all know why, right? Because I'm over here pumping on that stuff. But anyway, thank y'all for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Peace.